It's week 2 of the 2029 season, and we'll...
The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go here in Atlanta. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third, check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
3rd and long. And here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, the magnifying glass is on you, so he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue to throw the ball to the other team.
Call it a gain of 13. First down, Seattle. Finding Metcalf quickly on the RPO. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Now he takes off. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And that is incomplete. But there is a flag down into the play, back by the quarterback. Let's see. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. The ball's out, and it's recovered by one of his teammates. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Seahawks are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Falcons offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Tua. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
This one brought in by Brown. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Seahawks offense ready for their 2nd possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Taylor. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. So just a low. Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now Tua. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Back to throw is Tua. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here's their punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. A quick throw that's complete on the slant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with a 1st down. A pistol set with Tagovailoa.
So there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
3rd and long. Now it's Tua. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. They needed 15, and that's exactly what they got. It is a first down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
They'll stick with him again. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Ready.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Here's 2. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Seahawks offense ready to take over once again. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 82 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks extend their advantage to 13-0. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Drive to start on the ground, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Tua. Quickly to the outside and complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Open man left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5. But it will keep the drive going.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. Now, this looks like a design run. Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their 1st. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Tua gonna throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. His kick is good. And the Falcons are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Seahawks are out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, back to you and Greg in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2.
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Tight end going in motion here. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd and 5. The tight end, Fant, in motion. On 3rd down, Wilson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They put the tight end, Brown, in motion. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Tua. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Play action. Tagovailoa. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Now Tua. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got it inside the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. The extra point is up and through. And the Falcons are able to cut the deficit to 10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Tight end on the move left. Right away, they'll set up to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
3rd and 6. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Tua. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Falcons send their punting unit out as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They face 2nd down and 7. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that. 2nd and 7. Here's Taylor. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up 1st down.
And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. 3rd down and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds. Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up fourth down. The Falcons getting their punter out there. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss of the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Screen pass to Ayuk. Caught. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure.
And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down. They bring a tight end in motion left. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Off he goes.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up the positive play.
That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And he will score. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this has to feel good for this team, Greg, after losing week 1 to continue to add to the lead here in the 4th quarter and get themselves likely back to 500.
Yeah, just a really nice bounce-back performance. After talking to them, they felt really disappointed in their Week 1 performance. They felt like they got off to a slow start, Mike. So now here in Week 2, bounce back, deal with a little adversity early in the season. I think this is going to bode well as the rest of this year plays on.
Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now he'll air one out. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. A run with Taylor, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll go again here with Taylor. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
And that is no good. He missed it. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Now it's Tua. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw is Tua. The ball comes out. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
Now it's Taylor. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he'll get about 5. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory.